Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another edition of Dime Box Discoveries. Kind of a hodgepodge of stuff today. It actually comes from 3 different shows and 3 different locations, plus an antique mall, plus some stuff I picked up at a Reds game recently. So, really kind of a wide range of things. Let's get started off right away. And these were 8 for $1. I normally don't do basketball, especially new basketball, but it was at a show that I was spending no money, and it was 8 for $1, so I went in and grabbed a couple for 12.5 cents a piece. A couple Jokic's, those are always good. I will never pass up a Stephen Curry for 12.5 cents. A couple Kevin Durant's there. And then how about my guy down there south of Knoxville now? Here's a couple of VFLs. That's Vol for Life's. VFL is Vol for Life if you do not know that. So there's a couple of VFLs to show you. Bryce Hopkins, we'll see what he does. Dirk Nowitzki, I've always enjoyed Dirk's game. Plus, people like him, so that's a good trade bait. Gonzaga guy, and then 2 for my guy, Big K of Mac Wax Stacks. BK, here's a Patrick Ewing you may need. And 1 Akron guy, since he collects guys who played in the MAC, and it's nice and pretty in orange. Perfect for Halloween time. So, Enrique Freeman. There you go. These were a quarter piece. Now, I have some of these. These are 1984. These are the collector's edition, kind of like the glossy things. I don't know if I'm actually going to work on putting together the set, or I'm going to make, use them for trade bait. But for quarter piece, they're all in really fantastic, like really, really nice shape for the most part. So I thought it's worth it to try it. If I put together the set, great. If not, I've got some good trade bait. This is 50 cents a piece. Now, I don't normally do a lot of hockey, but since I did want to pick up a couple of these Avalanche, I'm an Avalanche fan. I got my guy before who commented on Peter Forsberg and mentioned this, and I had to look it up. I didn't even know this was a thing. Forsberg invested in Crocs very early on and in the distribution rights in Scandinavia. And he did so, and they said he made so much money, they think he made more money in Scandinavian Crocs than he did playing hockey as a Hall of Fame hockey player. Now you know. I didn't know that. Thank you to whoever commented and told me that. Reveal yourself in the comments if you want to. Thank you for that information. Patrick Wall. Here is a nice Wayne Gretzky. I don't know anything about these Invincible cards, but yeah, whatever. This is really cool. The Milan Hajduk and Igor Larionov are both numbered out of 500. Hajduk, by the way, kind of a forgotten all-star with the Avalanche. You can see he led the league in goals there with 50 goals and tied for the league lead in plus minus. He was a baller, man, or a pucker. Mother pucker. There you go. But those are out of 500, and that's card number 6 out of 500. And then 1 Ken Griffey Jr. This is really cool. So it's from the MLB Showdown game, and this is all nice and shiny and sparkly. And looks cool. For 50 cents, I thought, I don't have that Griffey. I add to my Griffey collection. All right, these came out of a quarter bin. Some fun stuff here. Pete Crow Armstrong rookie card. Paul Goldschmidt, not a rookie card, but his rookie year. This is a really cool Johnny Bench in the 1985 design. I like that. And then these are really neat. This is Reds Fest. People who are other fan of baseball teams and things, tell me if your team does this. The Reds do what's called Reds Fest. I'll show you these as I talk about it. So every year, but they haven't done the last 2 years because the convention center in Cincinnati has been under major repairs and construction, major rehab, major renovation. So what they do is they do like a 2 or 3 day show where there's like former Reds there and current Reds, and they sign autographs and you can take pictures, and they've got merch for sale. And some of the players come out, like Jay Bruce would come out, Joey Votto come out and do like talks and things and talk to fans. So really kind of neat. It's like a 3-day, it's like a Comic-Con, but with Reds for like 3 days long, 2 days long. Some very cool Barry Larkin, some oddballs there. I think I have this Barry Larkin, and I know I have this Rob Dibble. So you say, why'd you buy him again? Because. So these cards are actually in pretty decent shape. These Pepsi Diet Pepsi 1991 came out for the 1990 World Series Championship year for the Reds. So these were actually shipped in Pepsi and Diet Pepsi 12 packs. If you've ever seen how 12 packs get handled, you know these cards are all beaten heck and back. You never find nice ones. So for nice ones, I thought, if these are not nice ones I currently have, that's fine. I'll make them trade bait. Here we go. 1 nice Coca-Cola card there of Dewey Dwight Evans. Dwight Evans is one of those guys, man. You're like, oh, he had a nice career. Then you're looking up and you're like, is this guy a Hall of Famer? It's an interesting conversation. Some very nice 1972s in great shape, so I picked them up for a quarter piece. Actually, they were, to be honest with you, these were actually 20 cents. They were quarter piece or $5. So they were 20 cents a piece. They gave them to me actually for cheaper, so they weren't even 20 cents a piece. More like 15 to 18 cents a piece. Giants, 76 checklist. The Colton Wong is numbered, so always cool to pick up a numbered card. This Ricky looks really cool in the 1970s version. I think it's out of Archives. Bobby Witt Jr. This is really cool. I've never seen this before. This is out of Archives 2017. Aaron Boone here. This is the Topps Gold Winter Parallel Variation. I've never seen it before, and I thought, so I bought it. And I went and looked, and I'm like, I wonder how rare these are. This one, it said, what I found listed said it was one every 110 packs. The first 100 cards in the set or something are like, got that, they have a parallel of that. So these are very, once again, not rare, but not common. Frank Thomas, I don't know if you need that, my guy, Zach and Porter, putting that off to the side for you. Oh, I'm knocking stuff over here. I'm knocking stuff over. Aaron Judge Elite Donors, that's actually pretty cool. That's going to my guy, Peter in Vienna. Here we go. Grimsley and the Kellogg's 3D Superstars. Always pick those up. And Mark McGuire didn't have. And then a bunch of local guys here. Don Zimmer, local to Cincinnati, that is. Dave Parker, Ken Griffey Jr., Roger Staubach, some more Ken Griffey Jr.'s. Kent DeColve, he's local to Cincinnati. And then Ronald Acuna Jr. is not local to Cincinnati. But these are just a couple really cool cards of his, the 1990 and 1989 kind of looks. And then I love these All-Star cards. There's a bunch of these. I just think they look really cool. So there you go. And then if you've seen my videos before, you know I have every single Topps All-Star rookie card from 1960 up to 2025, all 65, 66 years inclusive. These are the like parallel versions, other versions of them. I don't necessarily collect these right now, but actually I bought two of these, I didn't even know that. I'm not technically trying to collect them now, but I figure I may try and go into all these versions, these parallel versions and stuff. And if I do, I've already got a good jump on them. Maybe one day I'll show you the different parallel versions I have. All right, time for football. These are also out of the 20-cent box. I love the 1986 Topps. That's my most favorite set of baseball cards, 1986 Topps. I just thought this is a really cool card. This is awesome. This is spectacular. I love Seasons Greetings. I love Christmas cards, the ones that really lean into it. And there you've got, is that Kerry Collins for the Panthers? Drew Bledsoe, Dan Marino on the back. You got Brett Favre there. You've got Harbaugh there, number 4. And then who's 14? Is that Neil O'Donnell? Somebody confirm it's Neil O'Donnell. I don't know. Pat McInally. Pat McInally is one of my most favorite all-time football players of all time. Why, you ask? Well, three things. Number one, first of all, this is a punter and wide receiver. And he did indeed have a couple years where he had like 18 catches as a wide receiver / punter, number one. Number two, Pat McInally, for those of you who are trivia fans, is the only player to ever score a perfect 50 on the Wonderlic. Yes, a perfect 50 on the Wonderlic, which is not surprising considering he went to Harvard. So not only is he a versatile player, maybe the smartest player ever played in the NFL, he is also the guy who came with the idea and created and pitched the idea for starting lineups. Because he was in Cincinnati, Hasbro was in Cincinnati, so he went there and was like, guys, I got an idea for a toy. And the rest is history. So a Bengals punter really came up with the original idea for starting lineups. Just a nice looking Craig Morton card. Nice looking Dan Fouts. Another one from my guy BK, Harold Fanning Jr., the tight end out of Bowling Green University. And really cool because he's in his BG stuff. I like that. I like when they're in their college gear. These are those ones that like you can get a pack, so like 3, 4, or 5 cards coming to give them away at Halloween. So that's kind of neat. Kenny Anderson and Anthony Munoz for the Cincinnati Bengals fans out there. I love my ones that tell the history of sports in the playoffs. And then just a card that just looks nice. Jim Marshall. One basketball Shaq, first year card, nothing special there. And then how about this card? This is actually a rookie card of Art Schlichter. Yes, the Art Schlichter. You know him as the guy who was spending time in the federal penitentiary for, well, many, many check frauds and scams and other such things, including scamming his own dad. That's when you know you got a problem, dude. But I know him as Art Schlichter, the championship quarterback who was fantastic with the Cincinnati Rockers of the Arena Football League in the early 1990s. He lit it up. All right. Oddball time. The guy who I bought him from, I was talking about stickers. He was like, dude, just take the stickers. I don't care. Take them for free. So all these stickers for free, which is great because I'm working on my set. He was like, just get them out of my boxes, out of my way. But this was maybe just about my most favorite find is this one. Yes, this one. Out of Allen and Ginter, these are x-rays of zoo animals. This is the painted African dog. Yeah, African painted dog. They have a bunch of these as an insert See, they're XR19 because it's X-ray 19. They're literally X-rays of animals from the Oregon Zoo. Freaking awesome. That one's going to my girlfriend. She will totally dig that. Maybe the coolest thing I found. All right. These were from, oddly enough, the same dealer, but a different show. So these are also like 20 cents, a little bit less a piece. This is a Yadier Molina rookie card. Legit rookie card. They're several bucks. So that maybe be the best find I found on that day. Ken Griffey Jr. This is out of one of those score like you buy to like the box, that kind of thing, 1990. Jim Thome promotion card, pre-promotion. And here we go. Paul Skeens in the alternate there. Freaking love this. Love this. The 1976 Topps Sporting News All-Time Greats was my most favorite subset of all time, and they redid these. So I'm going to work on putting all those together. Here we go. Another Pepsi card. Jose Rio in great shape. This is the Chris Sabo rookie card. This is actually 1988. Like, this is like his pre-rookie, actually, before he even had played in the Major Leagues. This is a stadium giveaway card. That's what this Tom Brown is as well. 2 different years that they gave away at Reds games. Coca-Cola, this is the kind of card that came in the pack. And then here we go. Hal McRae, Dennis Leonard, Lee Mazzilli. So slowly but surely building up a nice Coca-Cola collection there. Andrew Abbott, who has been having a really nice career with the Reds. Hopefully he can build up his stamina. He struggles a little bit at the end of the years, but still having a really nice season. Very nice shape for George Hendrick. Paul Blair, 2 unrated players. Paul Blair, who won a whole bunch of gold gloves. People kind of forgotten about him. Those are in really nice shape. 73s, really nice 74. Hal McRae. I mean, look how sharp this is, man. Like, these are sharp, dude, for 20 cents. Mariano Rivera in a green version. Always good to have a parallel of the only unanimous Hall of Famer. Dylan Cease, Manny Machado, Trenton Grisham in some parallel versions. There is Yamamoto in that all-star game kind of thing again. Moncada in the sepia. Zach and Porter, you guys need that one. I'll put that one off to the side for you. Gunnar Henderson there, Topps All-Star Rookie Trophy card. And then here we go, some more stickers to work on my collection. These are really cool. I finished this off. I love these Coca-Cola Monsters of Gridiron. They came in 12 pack, 24 pack of Coke back in the early 90s around Halloween time. Very cool. Once again, another holiday card with Brett Favre. Dante Culpepper. I needed this one for my collection. I PC Dante Culpepper. Tony Fritsch going to my guy over in Vienna. Pull that one off to the side. Oh my gosh, I keep knocking that over. All right, Julian Edelman in the Kent State Golden Flashes jersey. This is really cool. So Larry Bird, Team USA, and I love it, but it's actually a parallel. This is a parallel version. This right here, this Upper Deck Gold Medal is a parallel version. So that is really cool. Check it out. OPC checklist for hockey in the 70s. So super cool. No, baseball, sorry. It is baseball, but it's an OPC checklist from the 70s. Very cool and in great shape. Checklist from the 70s is really kind of expensive, so that's really cool find. And this is a Thomas out of the Topps Archive, my most favorite basketball set of all time, where they went through and made, I think it's 1993 they did it. They made a rookie card for everybody who was playing in 1993 if they had a rookie card in Topps basketball that looked like the baseball from that year. So this one looks like, was it 83, 82, 83, whatever year that was of his rookie year. So I think it's 82, 83. So very cool. All right, this came off of eBay. So another source. I picked up a bundle of these. These are like $3, but Chris Mullen, 5-stripe, Larry Johnson, 10-stripe, Chris Gatlin, the Gatlin gun with the 10-stripe. Here we go. And then I bought it for this because this was like $3. This is a Stockton 20-stripe. These things go for $3 on their own, let alone getting those for free. It's a John Stockton PC, and I needed that one, so very cool. This might be, these are super cool though. Super cool. As I've talked about before, I'm working on all these Cincinnati the Cincinnati Royals. Sorry, I was saying King. Cincinnati Royals from back in the day. The 3 team sets I have. These are the tall boys. Normally they're expensive, but I picked all these up for $1 or $2 a piece. Tom Van Arsdale, Connie Durkin, Wally Jones. They're all really good. Just a little. Some of them have a little bit of dinged up on the corners, just a little bit, but they look really good, really nice. Nice centering. Picked them up for $1 or $2 a piece. This one was listed as $5. He was like, "Give me $2 for it." And I picked it up because it does have Johnny Green on that one. So I have all of these except for, I think, one. I think I have one left to finish off the team set on those. So that is a big find to pick up all of these. Very exciting. But now I got to buy the sheets that they fit in. All right. Before I get to these, quickly, I want to talk about the Reds game. Went to a Reds game against Cardinals recently and was able to pick up a bobblehead. I'm not a big bobblehead guy, but this one I really dig because it has Hunter Green plus Ross. Ross is his dog. Look at this. The Frenchie. Ross is a Frenchie. And Hunter Green, really big into dogs, really big into dog charity. So very, very cool to have one with Hunter and his dog Ross. So very cool. Glad to pick that up. But here's the thing. Someone commented on my dog card the other day in one of my videos. He was shocked to see one. This is the therapy dog for city schools that they just got. If you think a dog card is weird, also at the Reds game that I picked up the Hunter Green and Ross bobblehead, it was Catholic Day. Totally coincidental since I'm Catholic, but check this out. They were handing out cards. A group made cards to hand out of Archbishop Robert Casey, the Archbishop of Cincinnati, the 10th Archbishop of Cincinnati. Threw out the first pitch of the day. There's 10th Archbishop of Cincinnati. And check this out. I love this. Height, 5'8", 6'4", when he's wearing his mitre. Weight, pontifical secret. When he was ordained, this is my most favorite. Throws right, bats right, blesses right. Very cool. So favorite liturgical season, Advent. So super cool. I can now add an Archbishop and the dog to the most random cards you can ever find pile collection. All right. Wrapping up now. Someone commented and told me to check out the Antique Mall in 27 in Northern Kentucky. I'm blanking on what city it's in. Alexandria. Sorry, geez. Alexandria, Kentucky. It's 27 Mall. I found a guy who has a bunch of these like larger oversized cards. They're all $2 a piece. Check this out. These are the box toppers. They came in those at $2 a piece. Box topper, Mark McGwire. Box topper, Ken Griffey Jr. for $2. That was a steal. Mickey Mantle, my guy Scott. Scott, this is coming your way. Mickey Mantle, this is super cool. And then look at this. This is actually a super. And this is a Dwight Gooden rookie card. That was $2. Dwight Gooden rookie card super in fantastic shape. I've seen them everywhere between $5 and $25. So I don't know. I could not pass it up. And then for my guy BK, here's a giant card, man. Literally a giant Ora Hershiser 1986 top super. I know you do not have this one. I checked your want list. You have this one as a one. I don't know how I'm going to get it to you, though, without getting it all dinged up. I have to hold on to it until I see you. There we go. And then this one is probably the largest card I own. Look at this thing. It's Topps. It's not Topps. It's Donruss. Was it Studio? Yeah, Donruss Studio. It says right there. Donruss Studio 98. This giant Mark McGwire was $2. So look at this. Anyway, I've got stuff from a Reds game. I've got stuff from an outlet mall. I've got stuff from eBay, and I got stuff from 3 different shows. Anyway, once again, collect what you love. If you buy what you like, you're never going to be upset about what you bought. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, be good to each other. Enjoy the hobby. Share the love. See y'all later.